Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. To get ourselves a treat.
Oh, whoa, what was that? What was that?
That's when I forget to mute it like this. See?
that was crazy.
Echo.
Is this what we always sound like? Just feedback?
That's, well, I have to mute it because then this picks up this, and then it's like,
And then it's doo-doo.
It's like Mikeception. Who's Mike? Yep. So you ready to kill it?
Yeah.
You ready to kill it?
Yes.
All right. Hey guys, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. How are you? Daylight savings time really kind of fucked us over.
Oh my lord.
We might have to speed up this episode a little bit because I have to meet someone in like a couple hours.
I think that's going to take care of itself. We really don't have that many.
No, we don't have that many things to talk about, which might be a good thing. Okay, so I can do it. So last week, you know, we were talking about Luke Perry and how he suffered.
We hope he gets better.
Yeah, we hope he gets better. And then the day after, the day we actually posted the podcast, I got a text from you saying he passed away. That's crazy, man.
That's so sad.
That's so sad. That's too young, man.
For sure.
It's too young. It's too. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I like Luke Perry, man. That sucks. We have lost a talent.
It feels like we lose a talent every week. It's
yeah, for real. We do. And we used to kind of like try and like fit everyone in here, but now we're just kind of only like, I don't want to like be disrespectful by saying only the bigger names we talk about now. But you know, there's just so many.
There's a lot for sure.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot. And his last role is going to be in Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yes, so we'll get to see that this year.
Yes, so at least
maybe there'll be a little thing for him.
Yes, maybe like during the credits, maybe even.
Yeah.
So at least, you know, that's his last note is a Quentin Tarantino movie. That's not a bad note to go out on.
Not a bad way.
So rest in peace to Luke Perry.
Rest in peace.
Dawson Paris. Oh man. So you want to go into some news right now?
News.
We don't have anything.
We have 3 pieces of news. That's it.
That's right.
Or is that 2?
Yep.
No, it's 2.
It's 2. It's 2 pieces
Wow.
of news. Yeah, dude. It's been a slow week.
It has been real slow.
It's been a slow
When
week.
I saw 3 trailers, I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I know. It's been a slow week. Also, I've been working on getting my office up and ready. We converted my laundry room into an office, believe it or not.
Oof.
Yeah. It's pretty... Yeah. Trust me, it really impacts your work ethic when you're working at, like, a desk.
Yeah, when you have a nice space to work.
Exactly. So, it was funny because my mom... I was talking to David and Mitch literally the day before. I'm like, man, I wish I had just a desk just to work at instead of trying to edit films, like, in my bed, you know? Because I'm just like, I don't want to work when I'm working in my bed. It's uncomfortable. And then the next day, my mom was like, you want an office? I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah, we were just talking about that. And then get this, right? The next day, my mom wakes me up at, like, 7 a.m., right? She's like, hey, I want to show you something.
Compare your new desk.
Right, no, she's like, I want to show you something. So I go into the laundry room. Everything's, like, out of it. And I'm like,
That's so quick.
How did you... I was like, what?
Let's go, Mom.
How did you do this? So, yeah, we got a desk in there yesterday, and, dude, or like a couple days ago, and, I'm telling you, dude, it's so much better. It's so much better.
Nice.
So
Shout out to moms everywhere.
Shout out to moms everywhere. Especially mine. So,
speaking of which, I'm going to be going to visit my mom next week.
Yeah.
So, I will not be here to film next week's thing.
Next week's podcast.
We will just have to
think of
consolidate for like a 2-week thing or something.
Or we could finally post that interview, you know.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So, yeah, just a heads up.
Or I could go solo dolo, but
do it.
We'll
I'll
see.
watch.
All right. Listen. All right, sounds good. Let's go to the news. We still need that.
It feels like it's different every time.
Yeah, I know. I still haven't come up with one for news yet. It should be the clip from Network. You know. I just can't take it anymore.
Yeah, dude, that whole line.
Yeah,
the
right.
whole 40 seconds or whatever.
Yeah, Sidney Lumet's network. Oh, boy. All right, so Idris Elba is in talks to replace Will Smith in James Gibbs' Suicide Squad.
I love how you texted me Gibbs and you didn't even... I didn't even...
James Gunn's Suicide Squad. So this is shaping out to be pretty much just a reboot at this point.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what they're doing.
Well, I heard that they're just going to focus on, like, standalone films and instead of working on, like, an extended universe.
Yes, which is what they should have done, like, in the beginning.
Now it just looks like they're failing, so they're just like, oh, let's just do solo stuff.
Yeah, but you know what's weird, though? It almost, because, you know, I mean, obviously...
they are failing, it was a joke.
Because Ben Affleck's being recast and all that, and, like, everything. It just seems like they're picking and choosing what they want to keep, you know, in this universe. They're like, oh, let's keep this aspect. Oh, but let's lose that aspect. That aspect wasn't bad. Like, yeah, Jason Momoa is still Aquaman, but Justice League didn't happen.
Oh, yeah,
it's like Gal Gadot is still Wonder Woman, but Justice League didn't happen. BVS didn't happen. And it's like,
yeah, it's a fucking wreck.
It is.
But Idris Elba, that's cool.
That's
I like Idris Elba.
Yeah, is he gonna go out? Is he gonna be bulletproof in this movie and go up there and be like, bad guy?
I'm bad guy.
Yeah, right. What are we, some kind of
Hulk smash?
Bad guy? That was a terrible line in that movie. What are we, some kind of Suicide Squad? That line was so memed, dude.
Yeah, dude, that whole movie was.
What are we, some kind of Justice League? What are we, some kind of Avengers or something?
Oh boy.
Oh god.
So yes, cool. I guess.
Yes.
If you're into that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Which I can't say I am. Right
yeah, I don't know. Apparently,
you know James Gunn too. Is
yeah,
cool,
James Gunn. James Gunn.
I have more faith that he'll turn it around than Idris Elba. One face, like.
Yeah.
Versus the orchestrator.
Exactly. And you know what? Apparently, Will Smith just couldn't do it because of scheduling conflicts. So I think he did want to use Will Smith just to probably try and keep some sense of continuity. But nope.
Nope.
Not anymore. Reboot. Even though Birds of Prey is happening and Harley Quinn looks the same, but whatever.
Hey, reboot's a good segue.
That is a good segue.
Right?
Haha. My friend David is pissed about this. My friend David really loves the Rush Hour films, or at least the first two.
Yeah.
And he's a huge...
One?
Say what?
What's wrong with the third one?
I don't know. I don't really remember much about the third one. I remember a lot of critics hated
Roman
it.
Polanski's in it.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he interrogates them when they come to Europe.
Oh my god,
yeah.
That's such a weird...
Yeah, he wanted to be in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. Roman Polanski. Oh my god. You know, now it's like, ooh, don't cast him in anything.
Yeah.
You know, but back then it was like, wow.
Wow, cool.
Oh,
he
okay.
He wants to be in like this kind of weird buddy cop movie.
Yeah, okay. Oh, wow, that's one of the most auteur directors of all time. It's like, okay, that's pretty awesome though. That kind of gives me, I don't want to say respect for Roman Polanski, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
it's like, you know.
Yeah, I feel you. But yeah, so they're doing the female reboot.
The female.
Because I feel like we have talked about this, about the Ocean's 8 thing and how they're
Ghostbusters thing.
Yeah, they're making female versions of something instead of making something that's like original woman content instead of just...
Don't you think that's more insulting to women?
Kind of.
Yeah, it's like, no, you're not...
It's like, give us something original that men would want to have a version of.
Right. You're basically saying women aren't strong enough to hold their own films, so you have to take an already established IP and just throw women into the mix.
Yeah.
You know, or not throw women in the mix, but just replace everyone with women.
Honestly, it's not really making that much money. Am I wrong here? Ocean's 8, like that
no, and Ghostbusters was a flop.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
And here's the thing, like, I don't have any problem with female-led films at all. Like, more power to you. But, and I don't even mind reboots in general as long as they're good. But this type of reboot, I will admit, just annoys me because I don't understand the purpose of them. It's like, oh, we're gonna give women a leg to stand on. It's like, if you want to give women a leg to stand on in the industry, then make a real original film.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't take a film that's beloved by many people and just reboot it. Because then now, not only are you pissing off the fans, not because it's women, but because you're taking a property they love and rebooting it and changing it.
Yeah.
That's why people are pissed, you know?
Plus, who the fuck are they going to cast for this?
Apparently, Li Bingbing is cast as the the Jackie Chan role in this movie, and they're still looking for a Chris Tucker role. So
ooh,
yes,
I can already see where that's going.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like that one chick from What Men Want. Is she?
Taraji P. Henson.
Yeah, it's gonna be her to watch.
No,
what? Doesn't that like that kind of adds up?
That kind of does add
very
up.
Very boisterous character.
Yeah, very rambunctious, like loud. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, no. It's gonna happen.
I think we just fueled it right there.
We really did. It's gonna happen now. It's just like, and then another thing too, when people are mad, like if people are rightly mad, like my friend David who loves Rush Hour, if he gets mad that they're rebooting it, he gets called a sexist. You know, where people like him get called a sexist. And it's like no. We'll get into that later. You know, with another film, but like yes. No, you can't just call someone sexist because they don't want a property they love to be just completely rebooted. I'm pretty sure people would be just upset if they rebooted it with men too, and it was like, you know, I don't know.
They could just make a fourth one instead, like.
Yeah, I know, right? So, it could be like a mentor-mentee thing even in the fourth one, you know, maybe a passing of the torch movie because Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker are kind of old. Yeah. You know. So, but no, they want to do an all-female reboot. They want to Ghostbusters it. And I'm like, okay.
Wait for the trailer, I suppose.
Wait for the trailer. You could just make an original buddy cop movie with 2 females, but okay.
The nice women.
The nice women. The nice girls.
The nice girls, yeah.
The nice girls, yeah. Oh, man. All right, so let's get into some trailers.
Trailers?
A lot of trailer 2s.
Yeah.
Or actually, 2 out of the 3.
2 of the 3, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's because we didn't have a lot to go off of here. Which one we want to talk about first? You decide.
We're just going to go in the order that you presented.
All right.
So we're going to talk about Shazam Trailer 2. Which, did we even talk about Shazam Trailer 1 when it first came out? Or did we not have the podcast yet?
We didn't have the podcast yet when the first trailer came out.
Okay, so if you didn't already know, I didn't think it looked that good. I think it looked kind of cheesy. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. This one is actually looking a little better to me.
I kind of did like it. I actually really liked it.
This one?
The trailer. The first trailer.
Oh, okay.
And this trailer is almost the exact same trailer. Like it's like a lot of the same clips actually. There's not a lot kind of revealed. Just kind of like
I just thought the shots were just kind of like very one-dimensional.
Yeah,
it's like him walking to the camera, Shazam, and it just happens. It's like, dude, it would be sick. I think I told you this. If like he like is like going for a punch or whatever as a kid, and Shazam like in the middle of it, Thunderbolt. The camera's like on his shoulder or whatever. Like watch him the punch get thrown in slow motion.
That would be
sick. Would be tight.
That would be
tight. Okay, this is what we got. Like, the staging's kind of lame.
No, I understand where you're coming from, but I love the Cinderella story behind this film. You know, David F. Sandberg is directing it, and do you know the story with him?
I do not know.
He's like one of the most inspirational filmmakers. Like he made Lights Out and Annabelle 2.
Oh, yep.
So he literally made a 1-minute short film on YouTube that went viral, and then he made the feature. Like Warner Brothers contacted him and was like, yo, you should make this feature.
Yeah, but that short was way better than any of the scenes in that movie, I thought.
Really?
Yeah.
I really like Lights Out, the movie.
Oh, I like it, but like that was a really solid short. Like
it was.
Like the setup for it and everything. Like, did you see the Now You See It?
Yeah, I did.
You didn't agree with the points?
I agreed with some of the points, but I mean, when you have to flesh out the movie into like a feature length film, you know, it's kind of different. I like how he's like an overnight success, you know? He posts things on his YouTube channel. Like, after he made Lights Out, he made a video on his YouTube channel about how to make a homemade dolly. Just with, like, stuff from Home Depot. You know? It's like, he's very, like, humble like that. And now he's doing a fucking $150 million movie.
Yeah, I mean, no, that's good for him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, I want it to succeed. I'm just
Yeah.
You know what? I will, like I said, I do like this one a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
I like some of the cinematography a little bit more. I thought the jokes were working a little bit better for me.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I guess I just don't have any, like, my brother, he's really looking forward to this film. He loves Shazam the character.
Yeah.
I don't know a thing about him, really, except for he's a kid.
Right, kid who turns into
That's pretty much it. So.
Yeah, Shazam.
That might also have to deal with it, or might have to do with it.
Maybe. It's kind of like a superhero version of Big. I don't know. You know? So, we'll have to see. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I might see it if it gets good reviews.
There you go. I will see it no matter what.
There you go.
That's who I am. All right, let's talk about Ari Aster's new film. Who's Ari Aster, you ask? He's the director of Hereditary.
Yes.
And he's making a new film called Midsommar.
And I can't really place it with this movie, just because I really like the visual style of Hereditary in the trailer too.
Yes.
And I was so amped for it, and then I was really let down with the writing.
Yes.
This is a lot of the same.
Yes.
So it could go either way.
Yeah. It's like there's a part of me that's like, ooh, this looks cool because it looks really original.
Oh, yeah.
But then I'm like, oh, but wait. This guy has burned me before.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, wait a second here.
I've been through your slow burn trick before.
Yes, and it disappointed me, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's, I really can't tell based on a trailer.
Even, like, the freaking aspect ratio is, like, white. It's like, is that going to be throughout the whole film? You know?
Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, I'm going to be like, okay, like, or is that just for the trailer? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, I guess.
So, I'm going to kind of... I can't even wait on reviews for his stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, people love his shit.
Yeah, people loved it, so I guess we might... There's only one way to do it.
There's only one way to know. Just go see it.
Just to go see it. What if everyone hates it?
What if everyone hates it and we love it?
Yeah, right? We're like, this is amazing.
Holy shit. This is the Hereditary we deserve.
Yeah, exactly, right? It does look so strange. Like, it kind of looks like a culty, like... It looks a lot brighter than Hereditary, just visually. You know, because they're in, like, a bright location.
You know, it kind of reminded me of that found footage horror film that came out a few years ago that was at, like, a cult camp or whatever. I can't remember the name of it.
Is it Ty West's short film? Or, not short film, the Ty West found footage film?
Maybe.
Is it The Sanctum?
Yeah.
Or Sanctity?
Yeah.
Sanctuary? Something like that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was, I mean, it kind of looks like that, like, brightness or whatever, because it's like the calm before the storm type thing, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
I mean, it's at a culty camp.
I heard from somebody that it's about, like, a festival, like, they go to, like, some festival, and then it turns into something like that.
Is it just me, or is one of the characters that are that like, go there look like the girl that's already there? Is this going to be some, like, time travel shit, like, where, like, time stops when you're in this place or whatever, and that's her or something?
Oh, like the Endless type situation?
Yeah, because...
I don't know.
Because it kind of looked like her, and I'm like, am I seeing this?
Like, what?
This casting is a dead giveaway.
Yeah. Yeah. This is,
I don't know, that's just what I thought.
No, I got you. I don't know. It's really... It can go any way for me. Either way for, you know. Speaking of films that can go either way, let's talk about Brightburn.
Oh, boy.
So, when the first trailer came out, I actually kind of dug it. I thought it was kind of funny, because I saw the satire in it.
Yeah.
You, on the other hand, not
doesn't seem like a satire, though. It's not a satire. There's no way.
This trailer doesn't seem like a satire at all.
Yes, not at all.
Yes.
And you know what? I do like the concept of this.
Yeah.
Because it's like anyone can be a serial killer, even a superhero or whatever. Like maybe that's just their mentality. They get pushed away by society. Like their parents start to, dislike them or whatever.
Yeah.
And ignore them. And that's kind of like what could happen. And it's like, I like that the mom is like not giving up on him. And like, that's like, if you found out your son killed somebody and like has like the mental state of a serial killer, like you wouldn't give up on them because that's your son. I kind of dig that.
Yeah.
But I still can't take this shit seriously.
You still can't take it
Dude,
seriously?
Please don't tell me that you were laughing at the scene when she's under the fucking table and he's just going,
oh yeah, that was funny.
I'm just dying.
I thought it was funny too, but I don't know if James Gunn's behind it. I feel like it's intentional though. I feel like it's intentional.
It also made the scene where like he just kills the one lady like more like because it seems like he's getting used to himself and stuff like that, like the first kill type thing. So it makes a little bit more sense. Now it's just batshit crazy as they're just flying into people, and that's how he murders everyone. He just flies into them. Yeah. Like, it's kind of lame.
Well, it's like a Superman thing. It's like, if you had someone that was so powerful, it's like, how would you beat him? You can't.
I guess. But it really needs some NASCAR noises at the end of there. Every time he goes by.
I don't know. I thought it was alright.
I dig the concept. I just... Oh, man.
But I don't know. This film could go either way. I literally expect this film to be like 20% or like
I expect it to flop.
90%. You expect it to flop? Oh boy. Want to put some money on that?
No, not with you.
Yeah, that's right.
And plus, apparently, I'm really bad at that. I'm cursed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you did lose the Oscar thing.
Well, but it was a toss up.
Yeah.
It was a toss up, but like. I was like, dude, Cold Pursuit is gonna be garbage, and my friends had like, dude, it's got like a 80-something%. I'm like, I don't know, who the fuck knows?
And apparently people actually kind of really enjoyed it. And you know what people are saying? And I told you this from the beginning. People are saying it's much more of a comedy than the trailer showed, and I thought the trailer was too comedic. Huh. And you're like, where's the comedy? I'm like, it's right in front of you.
It doesn't look funny though. It's not funny.
But it's like, even if you don't think it's funny, which I didn't think it was funny. They were bad jokes.
Did you please tell me you didn't think that someone on the planet saw that trailer, saw him like the squeaky noises of his shoes as he's shuffling the guy away. Please don't tell me somebody was like, right? Genuinely thought that shit was funny.
Yeah, exactly. You see, that's why that was when it happened. I was like, okay, they're trying to be funny, but this joke isn't working in that trailer. And I was like, oh, but I'm like, or even like when he's like choking the dude out, and he's like. And he's like, oh, and then he has to like go back in.
Yeah.
It's a total comedic moment. It's not a good one, but it's a total comedic moment. No. So.
But you can see where I'm coming from, where I didn't see where it was.
Yeah.
Totally oblivious.
Yeah, for sure. So, wow.
That's all the trailers
and the news.
What is this?
We breezed through this.
20 minutes in.
So you mind if I pause this and get a little drink? Yeah. Dranky drink? Because I need a little sippy. Drippy. Zippy. Ah! Hello. We're back.
I can't harmonize with that.
What? Holy. All right, let's try it again. Hello.
I can't. Those falsettos are whack.
It's all good, man. I'm a bass.
So list time.
No, it's recently seen.
Oh, we're doing that. We're doing it that way now.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting, dude. You gotta put it the opposite way. Man.
I know, but it's that's so much work. I have to tap it and then delete it and then tap somewhere else and then like write it again. Like God.
Jeez, man.
Fine, I'll do it right now. Here.
No, you're good.
Oh, look at this.
Don't you dare send it to me.
Look at this. Boom. Recently seen, and then I gotta go list, and then
okay.
Then I gotta do another dash. Click done. Fine. Look at that. Now I'm done with it. Ooh.
Thanks, man.
Yes.
At least I know what we're doing now.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Just in case you get confused. So
recently seen.
Recently seen.
Oh, dude, you really just sent it to me.
Yes, I resent it just in case you were confused.
And only half of it showed up. It's literally just. Shazam! All right, we're done.
All right, Shazam. All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna start us off because I'm gonna say this real quickly. I saw Arctic with Mads Mikkelsen,
directed by Joe Penna, aka Mystery Guitar Man.
Guy or man, whatever. And it was pretty good.
Yeah,
it was pretty good. Starts off very bare bones, very typical run of the mill survival stuff. All the usual motions, and that lasted like half of the film. I'm gonna be honest with you, and it's like, okay, where's this going? I mean, it's got some nice cinematography. It's really not that much of a display of acting when you're doing this kind of physical stuff. I mean, you can consider that maybe acting, but then the premise starts to get introduced, and he's like, okay, he's got to go across a bunch of mountains to get to this like safe place so he can rescue this woman who was supposed to rescue him. And there is like this notion, this implication that would come if he failed.
Yeah.
Is like, if you do the right thing, try to go out of your way to save this person, you're gonna die. Like, I don't like that implication.
Okay.
It's like, if you fail, if you would have just left her, you might have survived. It's like, I don't like that. So like, there's really only 3 ways this movie could have ended, and it's like, it's kind of like, it kind of wrote itself into a corner if it was to do something like this. I'll just say this: the ending is satisfying to a degree. Like, it has some. It kind of does something that I think is a little overplayed. But you know, it's whatever. The reason why this movie shines now. After the halfway mark, after it gets through the whole survival thing, it goes into the parts that we saw in the trailer.
Okay.
The bear, he drops her or whatever and stuff like that, and I'm like, is this it? Like, is these all the thrilling moments that we have? And then like the last 20 minutes came, and I'm like, okay, this is interesting. What it's doing now, and just the performances got so good from Mads Mikkelsen. Dude.
Really,
he said like 5 lines maybe throughout this film.
Really,
and like he almost brought me to tears.
Dang,
he's so good. He didn't have to go this hard on this movie, but he did. He's gonna bring his A game to anything.
Yeah,
and it was wow. It was really impressive. That's what set it over the top for me, just a little bit. Is that I was able to emotionally connect with these two characters and their relationship, which they don't even talk to each other because she's pretty much in a coma.
Right.
And it's like, I get why she's so important to him and stuff like that. And they do a lot to like make you feel for her and want to, even though you never heard her talk or whatever. Like they have this picture of her family, and it's like that's like the thing that keeps you going and stuff like that. And the last 20 minutes really sealed the deal for me.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give this movie a low 7.
Okay.
I almost, by the end of the movie, I almost forgot about all the waiting and stuff like that. So yeah, it actually ended up working out in the end.
You make me want to see this film.
It's good.
You make me want to see
it. It's good.
All right. All right. Maybe I gotta check it out. Well, you know what else is good though?
Which one?
Sparrow Creek, baby.
Oh,
the Standoff. I watched it twice. Actually.
Did you?
I did. Standoff at Sparrow Creek.
Now I'm curious to know, since you knew what was going to happen at the end of the movie, did you pick up on like a lot of stuff?
I picked up on more stuff, yeah. Like for example, I don't even want to tell. I don't because it might be a spoiler.
Yeah. We can talk about it afterwards.
Yeah, for sure. So I got a text. We both got a text
from our boy Brian.
From our boy Brian. Brian mentioned, and he said, "Hey, have you ever heard about this film, Sparrow Creek or Standoff at Sparrow Creek?" I'm like, "Nah." And I kind of read it wrong too. I thought it was filmed in Michigan as well.
Yeah.
But I did look it up. The director's from Michigan, and it takes place in Michigan. But you said it was actually filmed in
Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas. Okay, but I don't know if it was just a psychological thing because I thought it was filmed in Michigan, but it kind of looked like Michigan. I was like,
kind of did.
It kind of did, like the atmosphere and everything. I was like, this looks like Michigan. So the director's from Michigan, so I still had to get that Blu-ray from Tyler, because I won that Oscar contest. And so I'm like, I was debating with Infinity War because I want to do the special features, but then I was like, but I got to support my Michigan boys. I got to support my Michigan filmmakers, man.
So like that night, I went out and bought it, and I never expected to wake up to a text of a trailer and then see that movie within that night.
Yeah.
Never expected that.
Mm-hmm. But that's what happened.
And like, this is probably the biggest shocker of the year.
Of 2018? Or 2019?
2019, because it came out January for US. Like,
okay. So it's a 2019. Okay, yeah. Wow, dude. This is a sleeper.
This is a good movie.
This is a very good movie. It's like Hitchcock, Tarantino, Fincher, and Sergio Leone kind of all mixed into one.
Yeah.
And that's insane. Can you imagine a better compliment than that? I can't.
I really can't. But yeah, this movie is directed really well. It's always interesting, and it's always in this like confined space.
Yes. It's very much a one location movie.
Yes, it's a dialogue heavy movie, and if you like interrogations or like whodunits, you're gonna like this movie.
So the basic premise is that, just like the synopsis is, it takes place in Michigan, like kind of like northern Michigan, and there's a shootout at a police funeral, like a mass shooting.
Yes.
And the police are blaming the militia. Yeah. So the militia get together and they're like, well, we didn't do it. We didn't do it. Like, none of us did it, until they check their armory and realize that one of their rifles is missing. So they're like, oh. And the only people with access to that armory is one of those people.
Yes.
And it immediately hooks you. Like,
it really
straight
does.
From the gate, dude. It hooks you just with the dialogue. I didn't even notice this until I read another review on it. There's no music in this film.
No.
There's no music in the film. But it just keeps you guessing, and it keeps you entertained with the witty dialogue and just the fast-paced thinking of all these characters.
There's not a lot of empty space even without the music. There's always conversation going on. There's really good cinematography. I know they have this like really full aspect ratio, but because of the relation to like how they have it with the ceiling and the floor, they're able to make like wide shots out of it.
Very true.
Yeah, it's really like they really lucked out with the location of this place. Like it's like this really big like
lumber mill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like they have like this office space with like no like desks or anything in it. It's just like completely empty, and that's where like some of the coolest shots came from, I think.
And there's even shots that are like in pitch black, but there's like a construction light like all the way at the end of the hall, so it's only lighting up like half their face, like it's doing that Rembrandt light, you know?
Yeah.
It's absolutely fantastic.
Perfect for tone setting.
It's perfect for tone setting, and where this movie shines is its writing. Its writing is so good. Now, I don't think it's perfect necessarily.
No.
But I mean, it's pretty close. It's really
it's very tactical. You're dealing with a character that is used to interrogations, used to interrogate people, so he knows how to change up, like to get inside under like people's skin and stuff like that. So there's this one character in particular who understands every type of like interrogation style and keeps acknowledging it, and so he keeps changing his tactic. Yes, every time.
Exactly.
It's
that
good.
Scene was freaking amazing, dude. That was one of the best scenes in that movie.
Yes.
On the rewatch though, I will say, I think that scene went on just a hair too long. You know, just that entire scene. But the dialogue was just so good.
Yeah.
You know, when I won't spoil it, but when a certain character does something for the first time, like you feel the weight of that moment, and the whole tone of that moment just shifts, and it's fantastic. Yes. It's so good.
And then we got to talk about the finale, how well it was directed. It was
directed so well.
Yeah, that's where the Leone comes in.
Yes, that's exactly it. The tension, because like there's a constant motif throughout the film of like a ticking clock.
Yes.
You know, and obviously, like, they have a security light that ticks.
That's what it is.
But also, like, even in dialogue, like, for the first interrogation, he was like, as sure as time ticks, you will do this, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, there's always, like, a clock motif kind of running in the film, throughout the film, so they really utilize that at the end.
Which is kind of weird, because, like, time isn't, like, a huge factor in it. Like, in the premise, like, although it's very interesting what's going on the outside world, you get to hear a lot of stuff through like a ham radio, and it's like, oh wow, what's going on outside of this building is just as like insane as like what's going on inside the building and stuff. But there's no like time limit. It's not like cops are gonna show up like at a certain time or anything like that. Like I think it's kind of weird to use that. Motif.
I don't know. Well, because they're trying to figure everything out within like this certain amount of time, I guess,
Sure.
Because, the cops are looking for him.
Not that it's, like, a huge negative to me, like, or anything like that. I actually do have, like, a kind of a negative...
Well, you finish your point about the ending, though, because we just...
Which part?
Well, we're, like, that's where the Leone comes in, and
you pretty much summed it up.
Oh, okay, yeah. The cinematography of that scene was great, too.
Yeah. It's really just...
The tension was, like...
Yes.
Oh, I had, like, that feeling in your stomach of, like... nervousness, like what's gonna happen. I haven't had that feeling in a movie in a while. That was good.
Yeah,
that was good.
It was a good scene, real good scene.
Heck yeah.
And then following up with it is really good too. It's excellent, actually.
Oh yes.
We were like freaking out.
Yes, the ending of this movie,
super satisfying.
Yeah.
And I had doubts because I've seen a lot of whodunits that just have major cop outs.
Yeah.
And it kind of irritates me.
Yes.
And I also like that, like, when whodunits let you, like, kind of get involved, tries to help, like, let you guess and stuff like that. And, like, I'm not disappointed with how the film turned out.
Yeah. I'm trying to be a little more discreet with, like, everything.
Sure.
Because I want people to go in cold, just kind of like we did. Just go in cold. It's on sale right now. It's at Walmart. It's
I got it for $12 on Blu-ray.
$12 on Blu-ray? That's crazy. You guys have got to see this film. Total sleeper of 2019. I'm telling you.
But the negative.
Go ahead. Okay, I got a couple too.
So for me, it's just comes down to like there's a lot of like red herrings that have like little motive to it, or there's not really a lot of explanation to it.
There's like a lot of little red herrings.
Yes, and it kind of insinuates certain things about certain characters or whatever, and then they just kind of like drop them or whatever.
So the little red herrings that it keeps throwing at you just kind of end up kind of being like pointless moments.
It just kind of it almost like it's kind of an interesting misdirection. Like it's still gripping and stuff like that, but like watching it for a second time or whatever, it's gonna get kind of stale knowing that it really doesn't do anything.
I felt that too, actually.
But I had a feeling that when I was like thinking about this movie, I'm like, you know what? Wouldn't it be cool if there was like a secret ending underneath of all of this? Like, there's obviously a way that it, on a surface level, like how it turns out or whatever. But like, if you like kept an eye on all those red herrings, and if you noticed, like, it'd be cool if there was something there that isn't being said or something. That there's enough there that they could have done something with it.
Right.
But I don't know. That would have been really awesome. That would have been going above and beyond.
Yeah. There's a couple of things that I thought were, again, a couple scenes just went on a little too long. There's one character who does something kind of without explanation, and then they sort of give like a backhanded explanation later on, but that's not good enough, because why would someone admit to this thing, like this certain thing, only to not do it?
Yeah,
like,
and that's one of them that I'm like...
Yeah, like he ended up not doing it, but it's like, but why did he admit to it? Like, and his reason wasn't really specified, and it was just kind of odd. Also, there's a couple plot holes here and there, especially in regards to the ending. Like, why didn't this character do this? This character could have easily just done this. Why'd they have to go through this whole rigmarole, you know? Rigmarole. Why'd they have to go through this whole shebang? Like, this whole circus? Like, the kind of... Like, I feel like there could have been an easier way to do this, but... That being said, it's still, like, a really enthralling ending. Like, it was like, wow, it hits you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, overall, though, those are, like, minor gripes for me. What would you give it?
Okay, so I gotta, as a reference point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this movie a high 8.
Okay.
But, like...
So you hate this film?
My number 10 of last year was a high 8, as a reference point.
Okay.
So that's not bad at all.
That's not bad at all. All right, so this could end up on your top 10 of the year.
It could be.
It could be.
Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, same with me. I gave this one a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, it's real good.
Mm-hmm. Really, really good.
And check it out if you can, if you have the option.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually kind of curious because we were like, we thought that it was in Michigan, or we came from Michigan and stuff. So I'm like, is it only at the Walmarts like around us? Like, is that like a thing?
Yeah.
So if you do go to a Walmart and you see it, let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know. Let us know. That's what I say when people ask me about burgers. I'm like, let us know.
Let us know.
Let us know.
Let us know.
Nah. I actually do like lettuce. I do. All right, so
the main event?
Yeah, the main event time, baby. We both saw this film, right?
We did, and we both saw it not together.
Yeah, that's true. Because Mitch was at Mitch mentioned
You already did that before.
Did
you
I?
said David and Mitch.
Oh, never mind. All right, so Mitch Mitch had to go to class, and he didn't get out until 10, so we had to watch the 10:30, the 10:30 one.
What day? Thursday.
Thursday, yeah.
Ooh.
You know, and
love.
Yeah, and I was a little tired, a little hungry, so that's a little disclaimer here.
Oh boy.
So, all right, here's the thing.
I have no clue what you're gonna say.
Yeah. Okay, so you mind if I
go for it?
All right. First of all, let's just put this out of the way. There's a lot of fucking controversy surrounding this film. I don't know anything about it. I don't know what it is. If I had to guess, it would be one side being like, "Oh, female-led superhero films," and those people need to shut up. But at the same time, there's the people on the other side who are like liking it just because it's female and you know, just because it's a female-led superhero film, and kind of attacking those who don't like the film, even with legitimate criticisms, calling them sexist and all that crap. Let me just say this off the bat. You can't take... Are there trolls? Yes, but you can't take critics with legitimate criticisms and just put them under the veil of sexism and say you're a sexist or a hater, okay? People have legitimate criticisms of this film, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's just get that out of the way first. Another thing I really enjoyed, just off the gate, the Stan Lee tribute in the beginning.
Oh my god, so good.
That was so good, wasn't it? Also his cameo in the actual movie was also so great.
Like,
yeah, right?
The
you know, because like I won't say what she does, but she kind of puts the thing down, she gives him a little smile. I'm like, all right, that kind of made my heart melt
Making me giddy a little bit.
And you know what I realized? You know, I guess I'll just say it. You know, he's reading the script for Mallrats.
What?
That's what he's reading. I'm like, because Mallrats came out the year after 96 or whatever, and the film takes place in 95.
Holy shit.
So I'm like, okay, that's
clever.
Dope. All right, that's dope. All right, but going into my opinion of the film, you know how much I love Marvel movies. Oh, I have been rooting for I pretty much love to like every single one of them. My least favorite one is Thor: The Dark World, right?
Okay.
That's not a great film, but even I can kind of watch that film and just kind of be like, all right, whatever. I'll watch it and kind of enjoy it. Like, it's still watchable to me, even though it's not necessarily a great film or even a good film. It's actually pretty mediocre. This is the first Marvel film I really didn't like. I'm gonna be real with you. Man. Oh, I'm gonna be real. Okay, all right. Let me rephrase. It's not that I didn't like it. It's just, I'm so disappointed, man. They were on such a hot streak. And
you're gonna have to explain a little better because I really don't know what you're talking about. This movie's kind of like, it kind of just does a lot of the same.
That's the problem, though. Okay, here's the thing. A lot of Marvel movies now, like, are kind of upping the game with, like, Black Panther, Infinity War, and stuff like that. They're kind of like Thor Ragnarok, even. They're trying to change the game and, like, kind of abandon the formula they've created, right? And then this film just kind of backtracks and goes into doing the exact same thing, into doing the exact same formula.
Sure.
There's really nothing new it adds to anything. And that's kind of sad because this film is basically a stepping stone to Endgame, and I kind of get that. This film is basically just a bridge to Endgame, so when she shows up, inevitably, in Endgame, you're not like, oh, who is this character?
Yeah.
I
think people had like high expectations for this film, given the fact that it's like the next step or whatever. This is the character that's going to be the savior.
That's
stuff
the thing.
Like that.
That's the thing. They built her up as like the face of the Marvel universe going forward, right?
I don't think.
But I don't feel like she earned that spot. I feel like if anyone earned that spot, it's not even that she's a female. It's like Black Widow earned that spot more than she did. But it's like Captain America and Iron Man earned that place, And then this new person shows up. Yeah. And just has to run the show. That's kind of weird because I don't know this character. We don't have a history with this character. And this movie had the opportunity to kind of make us like that character. I'm going to be real with you, man.
You didn't like her?
Did you like her?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, dude. I'm going to be 100% real with you. I thought Brie Larson's performance was terrible.
Okay.
I thought she
played herself.
Here's the thing with me. I like Brie Larson. She's an Oscar-winning actress. In Room, she was fantastic. I just think she was heavily miscast. And I'm not even blaming Brie Larson because a lot of actors, really rely on their directors. So I don't know what Anna Boden and Ryan Fleck were like telling her. Like, she's going to be like, what's my motivation? And then they were like, wood. Because like she was so wooden.
See, I don't know.
She didn't have like any charisma. And it's not that the whole like smiling thing, like whatever that was. It's like I don't care if she smiles or not. I just want her to have more of a personality, and she didn't really have that to me.
I just saw her as Brie Larson. I didn't see her as Captain Marvel. I just saw her as Brie Larson.
Yes,
but she's.
But she just.
I thought she was kind of charming. I thought she was kind of funny. I mean, Nick Fury definitely captured the attention.
I got stuff to say about Nick Fury too.
Oh yeah, I know you do.
Yeah,
but I mean, I think they did her kind of all right. She's kind of competitive. She's a shoot first, ask questions later girl.
Yeah.
She just lands and then just sees the True Lies poster, just shoots it immediately.
Yeah, that's cool. That was cool. I do like a lot of the 90s references and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty cool. I do like the setting. And but here's what I told my friend David when we drove to like McDonald's after the movie, right? And other critics have said this, so it's not just me. This movie feels like a Phase 1 movie.
It does.
It really does.
It really does.
But I don't think that's a good thing.
But I think if it was a Phase 1 movie, it would be like the third best one.
If this movie came out during Phase 1, I would have enjoyed it. Because that was a different time.
Yeah.
But now, in the tail end of Phase 3, we only have one more film of Phase 3. And it's like, you're going to throw that at us? I'm like, I don't know, man. Another thing, too, is Marvel has been really good about giving directors a voice in their films. Like Taika Waititi, James Gunn.
Mm-hmm. There's not a voice in this. There's no fucking
voice.
style.
It's stock.
Actually, let me tell you something. Mm-hmm. This is probably the worst part of this film.
Yeah.
Is the technical aspects.
Yes.
The fact that we can do Thanos, make him completely CG, and like forget the fact that he's even CG. Yeah. And then, okay, I'm gonna say the de-aging effects for Nick Fury was awesome.
Yeah,
it felt like he was in the he was from the 90s.
Yeah, that was really good.
But like you have this like rubbery face for like the Skrull, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like that was weird.
You have like blue face for like Kree. Ugh, completely fucking disgusting. Like, we could do better than that at this point, and it has shown. And then just like the first scene. Now, this is actually kind of funny that you said the Phase 1 thing.
Yeah.
Like one of the first scenes for like the action is like they go to this like planet or something like that. It's really foggy and it's muddy and gross looking.
Yeah, yeah.
Can't see fucking anything. And that scene reminded me of Thor, the ice planet that they go to.
There's a lot in this movie that's kind of Thor-esque, like the whole fish out of water thing, even.
Yep.
And all that. Also,
they kind of did it. It wasn't that bad with her because she like has like memories or whatever, and they kind of just ignored that because she just pretty much acts like a human, like has her personality and stuff like that. It was like I thought the same thing with like Doctor Strange, like, oh, he's going to become like this all-knowing being, and he's just going to completely lose his personality. But like that's why I said she just acts like Brie Larson, because she just is a person.
Yeah, but I just feel like
she's not an alien.
I feel like she just needed a little more, just a little more drama to her character.
Sure.
And I'll go back to something I did like. I did love the de-aging effects. That's where a lot of the money went into, and you can kind of tell.
So good.
Yeah, and Clark Gregg too. Also,
oh yeah, they both look real good.
Really good. So what else am I gonna say about Brie Larson's performance? Okay, I understand that they wanted to simplify the origin of Captain Marvel, because in the comics her origin is very convoluted. It's crazy, and I understand that they wanted to simplify it and be like, I'm not one of those comic guys who's such a purist. I'm like, where's the Psych Magnetron? It's like, I'm not going to be like that. That's the thing that gave her powers in the comics, plus a couple other things. But the way they gave her powers, I thought was a little annoying. And also the MacGuffin, I won't spoil it because I guess it's a spoiler. The MacGuffin used to give her powers, I'm sick of seeing that just in the Marvel movies. I'm like, can we see a different set of these things? And if you see the movie, you know what I'm talking about. There's a set of these things, and then one of that set pops up again. And I'm like, okay, first of all, that kind of breaks the timeline a little bit, because how did that end up here and then end up there in the Avengers or whatever other movie it popped up in?
A lot of connecting the dots just wasn't working. A lot of it felt like an afterthought. A lot of it wasn't even necessary.
And here's the thing too, you know how Ant-Man comes out, it's a funny little standalone film, funny little side film, but then Civil War comes out, and now with Endgame coming out, they're going to build on that character. Civil War built on Ant-Man, introduced Giant Man and stuff like that, and kind of built on that character. I'm hoping Endgame can do that with Captain Marvel. And it's not a spoiler that she's in it, they've announced it like 100 times.
Yeah.
Where's I going with this? I totally forgot. Oh yeah, okay, I remember. So a lot of Marvel movies build on their predecessors, right?
Sure.
This movie is the first Marvel movie, in my opinion, that actually took away from a lot of the lore and kind of took away some of the magic for me.
Yes.
And first of all, I want to get into Nick Fury right now. When Nick Fury was in the trailer and some critics were complaining about him playing with the cat, and they're like, oh, that's not Nick Fury's character. Why is he doing that? I'm like, of course that's not his character, because that's not Nick Fury we know.
He's not all business yet.
He's not all business yet. But here's the thing, though. By the end of the film, I was expecting him to become the Nick Fury we know.
Yep.
He doesn't at all. There is no arc with his character. He's the exact same guy from the beginning of the film to the end of the film. And I'm like, what made him such a hard ass? Like, I thought we were going to explore what made him such a hard ass. And even in other films, like in Winter Soldier, when he's like, last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye. And now it's like, what does that mean now? By the way, it's just...
Yeah, it almost seems like the writers and like the director didn't watch any of the other ones to try to connect them.
No, they didn't.
And that's like so like super disheartening, because remember when people were like, "Oh, well, it's a plot hole because they didn't call her during like Avengers or something like that," and they didn't even try to make it seem like there was a reason.
Thing, dude.
That's what really bugged me.
Yes, exactly, because that was one of the biggest questions going into Captain Marvel. They were like, how come Nick Fury did not call her when an emergency happened, like the Battle of New York? We were expecting them to explain that, right?
Getting sent into the fucking city, like, okay, this is the fucking time to call them.
Ultron, making an entire meteor out of a city, ready to destroy the whole planet.
That's probably less threatening.
Yeah, it's probably less threatening. But it's like, they don't explain it.
No, not at all.
They don't explain why he didn't call her.
Annoying.
And I was like, what? I hope they explain it in Endgame, dude. They better explain it, because if they don't, that would just annoy me.
This one is just really not tied together with all of them. But I don't know.
The biggest questions I had, and I'm sure you had, going into this film, how did Nick Fury become his personality? Like, why did he become such a hard ass? And why didn't he call Captain Marvel? Where has Captain Marvel been? None of those were answered.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay, so one more thing.
Mm-hmm. Can I also mention something?
Another negative, actually.
Oh, okay, go ahead. You go ahead.
The villain sucks.
What villain?
What villain?
What fucking villain? Like, okay, so
I guess I can see where you're coming. I think we had different expectations going into this movie. You expected it to like learn from its mistakes or something like that, and like, okay, we finally got through the whole villain problem.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel like we got through the villain problem afterwards when like Ant-Man and the Wasp came out. I thought that was a kind of shitty villain.
Oh, really? I like Ghost, personally.
And I think that this one has the same issue, and it's like I don't kind of expect them to solve everything. Mm-hmm. It's going to take them a while, and also at this point in time I've come to realize that's like they don't put as much effort into every single movie.
Right.
If they did, we wouldn't have rubber face fucking Skrull. We wouldn't have all these garbage editing issues that we have.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. It's like, first of all, the marketing is trying to make you think that the Skrulls are the villains, which makes sense, because the Skrulls in the comics are villains. They're basically Nazis. Okay, they go into a planet and secretly infiltrate it. They secretly invade it. There's actually a really cool storyline called Secret Invasion in the comic books that's about that. And it's like the world is being secretly invaded by these shape-shifting Skrulls, and one of the members of the Avengers gets infiltrated and gets like shape-shifted, and they're like trying to figure out like who's the Skrull. Like, it's one of those things. It's like, it's really cool, right? But now
it's the Thing.
Yeah, right, it's the Thing. That's exactly it. But now though, I won't spoil it, but they did something with the Skrulls that make you think like, but now you can't do this with them now. I don't want to spoil it, but it's like you can't. I mean, I guess you can.
You can,
but
because you got this whole time thing going on. Like, if there's a 20-year difference or whatever.
That's true. That is true. Maybe the Skrulls.
You can do anything.
Yeah, and the thing is like they're touting Ben Mendelsohn, who I did think his performance is pretty good. I mean, he's Ben Mendelsohn, Yeah,
he's good.
But he's a villain, right? He's like the main villain. That's what you're led to believe, and stuff like that, as the marketing tells you. But then halfway through the film, I won't say how, but his character just becomes a different character. And I'm like, what just happened here?
Yeah.
I'm like, this just seems like a completely left field kind of thing that just happened, and all that. Also, Maria Rambeau in the film, who's from the comics, her daughter becomes Photon, who's like another superhero. So that's like a little cool Easter egg there as well.
Yeah.
She hasn't seen her friend in 6 years, right? And they meet up for the first time in 6 years. There's like no emotion, dude. Like they had like no connection.
Well, it's just that part you can just chalk up to like the whole alien thing, like being brainwashed borderline.
Yeah, but shouldn't she, like Maria Rambeau, like shouldn't she like feel something?
I think she kind of noticed it as soon as she like the daughter went to hug her, and she was like, who is this person? She gave that weird look, and she's like, yeah, you're not the same person anymore. Mm-hmm. That really didn't bother me that much.
Right. I don't know, man. I felt I thought that some of the character interactions were a little weird. I thought, again, and it was funny because there were characters that they were hyping up in this film to make their reappearance, and they're barely in it. Clark Gregg as Coulson is barely in this film. Freaking Ronan. What did he do? What did he do? I thought why didn't they make Ronan the villain and make him actually cool?
Ronan.
I fucking
love Lee Pace, dude.
I know. Why didn't they make Ronan cooler? Again, this could have been an opportunity. They didn't make him
cool in the first one.
Exactly. This could have been an opportunity to take an already established character from Guardians and flesh him out. Make him menacing, make him more relatable, make him less one-dimensional. They didn't take that. Same thing with Korath, also from Guardians of the Galaxy. He's barely in it.
Korath's the Pursuer?
Yeah.
Who's he? Which one's he?
He's the African-American guy. He's part of Star Force. He's got like the
That's
thing in his
Korath?
head. That's Korath, yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, he was in Guardians when
I remember him.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he's in this
I didn't know that was his name.
Yeah, Korath the Pursuer.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude, you know?
This changes everything.
This changes everything.
So,
And, again, they're barely in it. Lee, what the hell was Ronan? He was in 2 shots! Like, barely anything.
No,
He shot that in 1 day. Not even. That was a lunch for him. Like, oh my God.
I feel you on a lot of these points, but I'm not gonna let that take away what I did enjoy about it. Was I enjoyed the character interactions. I really like the characters that came, the new faces and stuff like that. I like her friend. And like I'm gonna shove it someplace or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
I like them all. I felt like they were like Phase 1 characters, and I feel like Brie Larson or Captain Marvel is gonna mesh really well with the other Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
Once the situation kind of mellows out a little bit.
Yeah,
I think she's funny. I really like her witty banter. I really like the conversations with her and Nick Fury.
Okay, yeah, some of the humor...
They were boys.
I'll tell you, some of the humor was good. I'll admit that.
Yes.
One thing, I got a couple more things negative I want to say, though, about this film, unfortunately. I'll get into some more positives later.
Oh, no, you're fine.
A reveal about one character really pissed me off.
Yeah, I was kind of getting on that
a little
earlier.
I was like, really? I won't spoil it. But I was like, really? But relating to that reveal, we need to talk about the cat. A lot of people are like, the cat steals the show. I'm like, not really, though. Did the cat steal the movie for you?
I love the cat.
You love the cat?
So, I think somebody leaned over to me and said, dude, the cat's the best character. Like, literally.
Well, then what does that say about your other characters in the film, though? Isn't that a detriment to your other characters?
They just really like cats.
Yeah, I mean...
Dude, the other Brian mentioned, dude.
Yeah.
It was David. He was like, dude, he talks to the cat like Brian talks to his cat.
That's
hey,
true.
Troubler. Like,
yeah, right?
He talks to...
Yeah.
Hey, cutie. Hey, cutie. I fucking love Brian, dude.
Yeah, dude. I think... First of all, I don't think Brian would like this film at all.
I don't think so.
I think he would hate it, but I think he would like the cat, though.
Yeah, he would definitely like the cat.
So, again, I expected a reveal to happen with the cat, because, they were always like... I thought it would have been funnier, though, if they just never mentioned it. Like, if the cat was all menacing and everyone was, like, scared of the cat, and then even when they scanned the cat and they're, like, Flurkin, threat level 10, and they just had it just be a cat. I think that would have been funnier. Yeah. Personally.
Yeah.
Like, I expected a reveal to happen there. Because, Ben Mendelsohn kept saying throughout the whole thing, he's like, that's not a cat. It's like...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so the reveal, it's not a reveal anymore. Because he just said, like, 100 times, that's not a cat.
I feel you. It wasn't a surprise or anything.
Yeah,
It was kind of funny, though.
It was kind of funny. I mean, it was alright. What was I going to say? I had another negative.
I'm going to pick you up now.
Oh, right. Here's one more negative I have. Some of the music choice.
Complete garbage.
Especially
garbage. I'm just a girl. I know you're trying to do your women empowerment angle
I know,
and stuff like that. And I dig it, but like that is like the worst time to play this song in the middle of an action sequence.
See, if this movie, yeah, exactly, it takes away all the stakes. It was
so loud. I saw it in IMAX. That song played over all of the sound effects.
Yeah, it was that whole scene. That song took away all the stakes from that scene. Also. Another thing about this movie's agenda, I feel like this movie kind of has an agenda. That's fine if you want to put an agenda in the film, but I kind of more prefer films like Wonder Woman that just kind of don't have to do stuff like that. Even in Wonder Woman, when they're in the trenches and they're like, that's no man's land. You understand what that means? That means no man has been able to go through that, part of land or whatever. And I was expecting the camera to like come up and she would have been like, good thing. I'm no man, and then, whatever. But she didn't say that at all. She just like, oh, I want to go help those people. So she went across the no man's land,
Yeah.
That's much more subtle and much more appreciated, but Captain Marvel doesn't do that. Captain Marvel is much more in your face about it. And it's like, in doing that, you kind of ruin the tension in a lot of the scenes, like with that, I'm just a girl.
I knew that coming into this movie there wasn't going to be a lot of tension.
Yeah,
I wasn't really looking for it.
And that's another thing, too. When she goes full binary in the, when she gets, like, her full powers or whatever.
Yeah.
There's no stakes at all. There was absolutely no stakes. She's too overpowered. It's kind of the Superman effect. She's so overpowered to where there's no threat against her. So I'm like, what am I... There's no tension in the scene right now.
Yeah.
You know? Even, like, there's supposed to be, like, this last battle between her and the main villain. And you're like, I don't... It's like nothing... And it goes the way you expect it. Mm-hmm. It's just... She just, like snaps her fingers and then done.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, and I'm like, she needs...
That's something I kind of expected as well. There's no, like milestone or something to, like... achieve by the end of this movie. Basically, like her achieving, meeting her friends and stuff like that. That's like my friendship is powers type thing like that. I mean, I didn't really expect like her to be toppled by like any threat that the Kree had or anything like that, or the Skrull had. Like,
but she didn't even struggle though. Like at least have her struggle in some way. Like have stakes in the film. If you just have a Superman film where then you get Superman Returns almost.
Oh, you get Justice League where like literally the villain never lands a punch on Superman.
Yeah, exactly. And then you're just like, I didn't really expect it. I figured that they need to make her powerful. They need to make it seem like they have a chance now. Yeah.
For Endgame.
I don't hate the character. I hope they redeem the character in Endgame. I hate to say this, but they're going to have to pull an Iron Fist for me. When Iron Fist came out in the first season, I was like, I hate this guy. Mm-hmm. But then with his appearance in Luke Cage and Iron Fist Season 2, they kind of rewrote the character to be more likable. Yeah. They made the character much more likable. And I hope they do that with Endgame. You know, I feel like the Russos can...
Yeah, basically what it boils down to for me is you need the Russos.
Yeah.
If you're going to do... Like, I think every single action sequence in this entire movie was a wash. Mm-hmm. But I enjoyed, the interactions. I enjoyed, the I don't want to say weight, because there's really not that much weight to the film, but I enjoyed just, the little things. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's alright.
A couple things I did like. Some of the Easter eggs were really cool, like when she's flipping through the suits, you know?
Oh.
And she's, changing the color of her suit.
Dude, she should have kept that neon one, dude.
I know, that one was actually pretty sweet.
Sick as fuck.
But that was cool, like a Tron, dude.
Yeah.
But a couple of those suits were suits from the comics. And I was like, oh, okay, that's a little cool nod. Like the one that's completely white and lime green or whatever, that's from the comics. I was like, okay, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what else did I like.
It's real hard.
It kind of is. Again, it just kind of feels like a movie that didn't add anything new to anything.
Fair.
It actually took away stuff, and I feel like it really annoys me because the potential could have been there. You could have used Ronan in such a better way and fleshed him out more. You could have answered the questions that the whole purpose of this movie was to answer. You didn't even answer. Why did Nick Fury become such a hard ass? We don't know. I'm like, also it kind of breaks the universe because in the Avengers he's kind of confused. He's like, we've never seen anything like this before. But it's like, what are you talking about, dude?
Yeah, I know.
It's you saw aliens in the 90s, you know? I don't know, man. I don't know. This
Here, let me just lighten it for you.
Okay, go ahead.
Because you're probably like, oh, dude, this dude's gonna give it a 7 or whatever. I'm gonna give it a low 6.
A low 6.
Because that's comparative to all the other ones. That's a fair rate. Mm-hmm. That's a fair rating.
Okay, I like this film less than you. Okay. I'll say that. But I will say, okay, is this film bad? Is it terrible? The answer is no. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. I don't think Marvel has had... Oh, sorry, I gotta bring this up. Mitch hates this film. Oh. Hates it. Which is weird, because we kind of gave it the same rating, almost. I liked it a little more than him. He said Justice League was better.
Justice League's a 1, dude.
Justice League is a 1 star. He said Justice League was better. Can you believe that?
I don't know about that. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
But I mean, an opinion's an opinion.
Yeah, an opinion's an opinion, but, man, Justice League was a mess of a movie. I've never seen a movie that much of a mess in my life.
There's literally one fragment of a scene that I enjoyed.
Yeah.
The head turn. That's it.
The head turn. Oh, yeah. When Superman's like...
Oh, boy.
Yeah. That was cool. But other than that, nah.
I just realized we spoiled the movie, but that's alright.
What? Justice League? It's been out, dude. Who cares? I feel like there's a statute of limitations if you haven't seen a film. You know?
I wouldn't say that for, any film, but I would say it for, not nowadays, mainstream films.
Yeah.
films that come out in theaters, the big box office hits.
Spoiler alert.
But I'm not going to spoil, like...
The Wizard of Oz is not an actual wizard. Spoiler alert.
Oh, shit, dude.
Yeah, sorry. I just ruined it for all you guys.
But, like... well, the Old Boy's been out for a long time, so maybe I should just say how it ends.
No, yeah, I mean... maybe. But,
Okay, so rating?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, rating. I gave 2.5.
2.5?
2.5.
That's actually better than I thought.
Yes.
See, if I was you, I would have given that 1.5.
No,
based on what I just heard.
I'm switching. I constantly switch the more I think about it between 2 stars to 2.5 stars. I might have to see it again. I was tired. Maybe I probably will see it again just to get more of a definitive opinion on it. Because the second time I actually saw Ant-Man and the Wasp, I enjoyed it a lot more.
Really?
Yeah, I did. So maybe it's one of those movies, but it kind of doesn't seem like it's one of those movies. Yeah, I don't know, man. To me, this is in my bottom 3 Marvel films. And I'm not saying it's bad. Marvel hasn't had a terrible film yet. They haven't had a Suicide Squad or Justice League yet. But this film, for me, again, it is... I don't know if it's worse or better than Thor: The Dark World for me.
Dude, it's worse than Thor: The Dark World. That movie's a fucking mess. It's incomprehensible.
What? Wait, which one? You said Dark it is World? Worse than Thor: The Dark World, or you don't?
No, I'm sorry, it's better than that.
Yeah. Okay, so you think it's better than Thor: Dark World?
Yeah, Dark World's fucking garbage.
I don't know. I don't think Dark World's garbage.
I think it's garbage.
I think it's not good.
It's Stargate, and the first one's a Mythos film. This is a fucking Stargate film.
Yeah. I don't really enjoy... I mean, I still enjoy Thor: The Dark World, but it's not a good movie.
They completely changed how...
the first one was, yeah.
Yeah, what's Thor's... what's the place that he comes from?
Asgard?
I'm completely blanking out. Asgard.
Oh, they completely changed...
They
changed the aesthetic completely. Because they went from like a mythical kind of colorful, kind of space to like a Viking.
Ragnarok didn't do that. They segregated like the places. Like you got this like fucking 80s place that he's at or whatever. Like,
but then you still had Asgard.
You still have Asgard, which is still Asgard.
Yeah. So I do. Oh yeah, for sure, dude. Again, Thor: The Dark World. I'm not saying it's a great movie. I just think it's an okay movie. I don't think it's a terrible film. Captain Marvel.
I disagree.
Captain Marvel. I don't know. I'm flip-flopping. I don't know if it's above or below Thor: The Dark World, but it is in my bottom 3.
Wow, that's pretty bad, though.
You know how I do it?
Below that, that's like, wow.
You know how I do it?
How do you do it?
I just go by phases. It's like, what's your least favorite film in Phase 1? For me, sorry, it's Iron Man 2. Phase 2, Thor: The Dark World. Phase 3, it's Captain Marvel. So those are my 3 least favorite Marvel movies.
Incredible Hulk was Phase
Thor:
2,
Thor: The Dark World, yeah.
Shit, what is even... Now I gotta look up Phase 3.
Phase
I want to see them all. This might be the worst one.
Yeah, Civil War.
Black Panther.
Civil War, Black Panther.
Phase 3 is so good, though.
Yeah, it is. Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, or Homecoming.
Phase 3, Marvel.
Thor: Ragnarok. I want to know.
I gotta do all this shit to find it. So difficult.
So difficult.
Okay, guess what?
What?
I agree.
Yeah, Captain Marvel?
But I still think, I think it tops a lot of the movies from, like, nah, dude, I gotta give it to Ant-Man and the Wasp.
You gotta give it to Ant-Man and the Wasp?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna debate you on that one. That one kind of... Alright. You think this is better than Ant-Man and the Wasp, huh?
Yeah, probably.
Alright.
Buy it, dude. Buy it. Itty
bitty teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini?
Yeah.
Alright.
By that much. Except for not that much, because that's a fucking mouthful.
Yes. I'm really disappointed. I really wanted to like this film. I didn't want to come in. I'm a fucking... You know me, man. I am the Marvel guy.
Yeah.
I want Marvel. I want to love every single Marvel film that comes out. Every single Marvel film that comes out, I am hyped, dude. I am hyped. Mm-hmm. You know? And so... I'm just disappointed as a fan, because I love Carol Danvers from the comic books. She's amazing.
Now I know something about you, though. Every time that you text me, I got a lot to say about this movie. I'll be prepared to listen to you just shit on it.
Yeah.
Because there's no way you're talking good about a movie that you got a lot to say about.
Yeah. No, dude, I'm just... this is you got to understand, too. This is, like, the highlight video that we're going to be making. So we got to go in depth because I'm not going to make a highlight video out of Sparrow Creek because no one's going to watch that.
Yes.
But Captain Marvel, though, people will watch that.
I watched the shit out of Sparrow Creek one.
But yeah,
that's because I watched the movie and I want to see what people say about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
People don't know about it, but everyone's talking about Captain Marvel, so we have to...
Yes. Mm-hmm. But let's now talk about something that people aren't talking about. Because people aren't doing lists.
Oh, that's true, baby.
And I think it's list time.
It's list time!
Plus, we got to speed it up because you gotta get going.
I gotta get going. Which kind of sucks because I was looking forward to this list, but I'll try and be as...
I actually have a decent amount of stuff.
I have a lot of honorable mentions, so I'm not going to really dive deep into them, but I'll say them.
I'll just read off what I got for them. How many honorable mentions you got?
I probably got like 15.
I have 9.
Okay.
So you want to list a couple off?
Sure. First one is Edgar Wright's Ant-Man. I know Ant-Man was made, but it would have been cool to see his original vision.
That would have been sick.
Stanley Kubrick's Napoleon, and Alain Resnais's and Stan Lee's collaboration movies.
I also have Stanley Kubrick's Napoleon. Kubrick essentially got lost in the research and it never became a thing. Anything Kubrick would have done would have been a treat to see, especially with names like David Hemmings from Blow Up as the lead and Audrey Hepburn as the opposite. Dude, that would have been tight.
Okay, go 2 more because I actually just counted. I have 9 as well.
Jodorowsky's Dune. The art and storyboarding for this thing looked amazing, but I'm already getting my favorite current director to make it. So it's kinda, and Claire Noto's The Tourist, a famous film in development hell about a group of aliens waiting in Manhattan to go back to their planet. It was supposed to be a sexualized vision of aliens with influences of Fellini and Antonioni, more so about the forced stay with lustful agony floating in the air.
Kind of like Under the Skin, sort of.
Kind of, yeah.
That was 3, right?
Yep.
All right, Neil Blomkamp's Halo. This movie was in such far development into pre-production before the plug was pulled that they actually used a lot of the same props that they were going to use for Halo for District 9. So when the plug got pulled on Halo, they basically took that and just made District 9 with it.
And that's a good movie.
I mean, it's a great movie, but it would have been cool to see Neil Blomkamp's Halo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. David Cronenberg's Frankenstein. As nice as this sounds, it would have been just like The Fly. He wanted to retain Mary Shelley's original concept of an intelligent, sensitive man instead of just a beast. And of course, with his inescapable conquest of always using body horror, it wouldn't have been that different.
Right. My next one is George Miller's Justice League. Again, they were heavily into pre-production with this one. Freaking Armie Hammer was supposed to play Batman, and Megan Gale was supposed to play Wonder Woman. As a matter of fact, Megan Gale's costume tests have been leaked like a couple years ago, like back in 2015. Like her costume tests were leaked. The reason it got pulled was because they were trying to shoot in Australia, but then the funding for the film to shoot in Australia got pulled, and then they couldn't do it. As a matter of fact, I actually read the script for this movie because the script for this movie is online. And the main character basically is the Flash, and he's the most likable and endearing character. Green Lantern is also in it, and Common was supposed to play him, the Jon Stewart Green Lantern.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, and John, what's his name? The guy who plays Immortan Joe is supposed to play Martian Manhunter.
Oh.
And so the cast was pretty cool, and George Miller knows how to make it cool. This was way before the superhero renaissance, though, so there are some of those kind of weird moments where you're like, in the script, where you're like, oh man, the villain's an evil businessman? I don't know about this. So there are a couple moments in there that's why it's not on my list, is because of things like that. But you should read the script. Just look up Justice League Mortal script. It's online.
I'll have to check it out. Mm-hmm. Next I got Andrei Tarkovsky's The Idiot. Apparently it was a lifelong dream of his to adapt this novel. Additionally, the Russian government, who had to approve all of these films, said he was too young and inexperienced to tackle it. The most we ever got were a couple allusions presented in his work from the novel. So.
All right. My next is... I had to put this on there because it's one of the best films never made. Like, it's on everyone's top 10 list, and that's Jodorowsky's Dune. Again, this was adapted by David Lynch into a film that a lot of people don't really enjoy. And now it's being adapted again by your boy Denis Villeneuve. So again, I put that as an honorable mention simply because of that reason, because we are getting a
so that is awesome. Yeah, it wasn't David Lynch's fault because of it. Apparently.
Yeah, that's what he says.
That's what. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. I never seen it. I don't really care.
Salvador Dali's Giraffes on Horseback Salad. From one of the greatest surrealists who ever lived came a screenplay with wacky big ideas, but very incohesive. It was supposed to be a surrealist comedy starring the Marx Brothers. Given he wrote 2 Buñuel films, this could have been huge. This could have been awesome.
Right.
It sounds ridiculous. Even the name is, like, ridiculous. Giraffes on Horseback Salad?
Yeah, that's crazy. My next one is Gore Verbinski's BioShock adaptation. That kind of sucks that was never made because I love BioShock. I think that is one of the coolest just world-building cities ever. Rapture is so cool. And although Gore Verbinski is kind of hit and miss, it would have been cool to see what he brought to the table. He probably would have tried to make it a little more, I don't know, artsy than it probably should be, but it would have been interesting. So,
Francis Ford Coppola's Megalopolis.
Yes.
Big budget sci-fi with 212 pages and set to star every big actor working in Hollywood.
Yep.
Coppola did 3 films during that time just to finance it, but given 9/11 occurred and it was about a futuristic New York, the trauma the world endured would not let him proceed.
Yep. And my last, and I know this is going to be on your list. Oh, you still got 2?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, this was my last one. I know this is going to be on your list. Sergio Leone's Leningrad, The 900 Days. I'm sure you're going to talk about it, so I'm not even going to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Steven Spielberg's Night Skies.
I heard about. Is this a sequel to E.T.?
It's supposed to be a sequel to Close Encounters.
Oh, that's what it was.
Said to be Straw Dogs with aliens. Columbia wanted Spielberg to do a follow-up to Close Encounters, but he wanted to bring something new to the table, a horror film about aliens. John Sayles wrote the screenplay, and Spielberg thought it was too dark for him. Tobe Hooper was actually supposed to direct it at one point, but that fell through too.
Oh, dang.
And the last one I got is Ridley Scott's Blood Meridian, a bleak anti-western, quite similar to Bone Tomahawk's gruesomeness. All of the McCarthy novels that were previously adapted were not met with success. All the Pretty Horses, No Country for Old Men, The Road. The Grim Tale was just too dicey for studios to be enthusiastic. Okay. And that's all I have.
All right. Well, you kind of touched on some of my lists, so
okay.
I have to, hold on, step down a duck.
Holy fuck.
And, all right. You ready for the list?
Ready for the list.
All right, I'll go first then. It's actually a tie, my number 5.
Okay.
Between Megalopolis by Francis Ford Coppola and the Robert Bresson's Genesis movie. So you already touched on I can't even say it. Megalopolis, yeah. It's supposed to be Francis Ford Coppola's foray into sci-fi because his friends Spielberg and Lucas did so well. He kind of wanted to try it, and apparently it was supposed to be like super huge. Like you said, 212-page script, and there was like a ton of concept art that was released. But because of 9/11, they had to pull the plug on it because it was about a New York architect kind of building like his utopian city. But other than that, a lot of details about it are scarce, but that would have been so cool to see a sci-fi Francis Ford Coppola film.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, he even made Jack and The Rainmaker to make this film.
Yeah.
That's the reason he picked up those films. Because he wanted to make
Dracula.
This. And Dracula. Because he wanted to make this film. That sucks, man. To have like a film you want to make so bad and just never got to
And that was like a dicey time for him anyway, because he was kind of releasing like mediocre stuff.
Yeah, that's
mediocre
true.
to bad stuff.
That's true. But he probably was doing that, you know, the whole one for them, one for me sort of mentality.
Yeah.
He was probably doing that just so studios would be like, okay, we'll finally fund your Megalopolis movie. Okay, so, and then Robert Brennison's Genesis movie. This is supposed to be an adaptation of, the first chapter of the Bible, or the first book in the Bible, Genesis, Adam and Eve, stuff like that, the Garden of Eden. And it would have been really cool. This is from a French director named Robert Bresson, who did like movies like Pickpocket and Diary of a Country Priest and A Man Escaped, and he basically wanted to adapt this book of Genesis. And a lot of people, because I looked at a couple lists, researching this list, and a lot of people are saying that he was a very strange fit for this movie, because although he is a devout Christian, his style didn't seem to, it didn't seem to fit the book of Genesis adaptation for some reason. I don't really know why, because I've never seen his films. Maybe if I watch his films, I would understand it. And he tried to get this movie made at like different points, and unfortunately he passed away before he could make it, and he wasn't able to raise money for it at the same time. So that's kind of sucked, because it would have been cool to see Genesis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fortunate.
Yes.
My number 5 is David Lynch's Ronnie Rocket. Premise is about like a dwarf rock star who needs like a power source to plug in for like to rock out or just cause destruction, and it just sounds fucking weird. And
sounds like David Lynch.
He's talked about it as a potential project recently, so maybe I'll finally get another David Lynch film since Inland Empire.
Yeah.
And that's really all I gotta say about it.
All right, my number 4 is one just out of sheer morbid curiosity. I don't think this film would be good. It probably wouldn't be good, but it would be something.
Okay.
And that is Superman Lives by Tim Burton.
Oof, boy.
Nicolas Cage was supposed to play Superman. That would have been not good, but you know what? It would have been something. As a matter of fact, John Schnepp, may he rest in peace, made a documentary about Superman Lives and called What Happened, Superman Lives. You guys should check it out. I believe it's actually on YouTube, and it is hilarious, dude. But some of the concept art, this would have been so weird, dude. Like, the black suit was supposed to be, like, alive on Superman. Mark Steven Johnson actually released kind of a behind-the-scenes video series about his work on the film, and he got to show you, like, unused concept art and just unused, like, real-life models that he built for the movie. And, I mean, there were so many writers, and the script was insane because John Peters just made, like, just awful decisions, and he didn't even want Superman to fly. He wanted him to fight a giant spider. It would even fight polar bears. It would have been nuts, and it probably would have been terrible. But you know what? I kind of wanted to see it. I kind of want to see what it would have been like.
I might have wanted to see it too.
Yeah, right. It would have been insane. It might have been such so bad it's good film. Even,
yeah, probably.
Know? Yeah, so.
My number 4, David Fincher's Torso, based on the graphic novel about the true story of the Torso murderer investigation. This would be the perfect follow-up to Zodiac. It was rumored to star Matt Damon, Casey Affleck, Rachel McAdams, and Gary Oldman. The film was a victim to the falling out Fincher had with Paramount. We are supposed to get the film now, but David Lowery will be directing it instead of Fincher.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's in his queue.
Oh, dang. All right, my next film, speaking of David Fincher, is Alien 3 by Vincent Ward. Vincent Ward, director of a lot of like really visually interesting films like What Dreams May Come and a couple of other films. He was supposed to make Alien 3 originally, and his version had Ripley stranded on like sort of like this planet sequestered by like monks and like really pacifistic monks on a whole planet made out of wood, and the whole planet was made out of wood. And I believe the plug got pulled on it because just the cost of the production just skyrocketed. It just went way too high, and they just couldn't see Vincent Ward's vision. And Vincent Ward is a very kind of artistic director, and I think if he got to make his version, it would have been absolutely like insane and really cool. Because if you look at the concept art of like this wooden planet, it looks really freaking cool.
I'm sure it does.
And the xenomorph is supposed to kind of run rampant like in this colony of like monks. These like really pacifistic monks and stuff like that, and it was supposed to be really, really kind of groundbreaking in the sci-fi genre. So it was kind of sad that he didn't get to make his version of it. And the version we did end up with is so different, so different.
The sound of that cassette like kind of reminds me of how massive like Waterworld is.
Yeah, right.
Like that shit was really expensive.
Yes, it was the most expensive movie to make at that time.
Yeah. Number 3. Orson Welles' Heart of Darkness.
Yep.
Orson doing a psychological thriller? Sick. But after Hollywood butchered Amber Sins for him, he lost a lot of faith in Hollywood, therefore scrapping many ideas. I mean, we all know this too well.
Yep.
Since Coppola put so much effort into adapting it with Apocalypse Now, the point was moved.
It was pointless. Is that it?
Yes.
My number 2 is AI by Stanley Kubrick. Unfortunately, he was supposed to make AI after Eyes Wide Shut, and everything was in the pipeline, but he unfortunately passed away before he got to make it or even really finish it. So Spielberg, who is a close friend of Kubrick, kind of finished it for him. But at the same time, that's Spielberg's movie. You know, I mean, he made it for his friend, and he made it as a tribute to Stanley Kubrick. You can see in a lot of the shots even, like the way it's composed and stuff is very Kubrick, because he was trying to kind of, you know, copy his style for the film and just make it a tribute to his friend. But it still would have been really cool to see what Stanley Kubrick would have done with that source material. It would have been really cool. So.
Absolutely. My number 2, which is probably your number 1, Alfred Hitchcock's
Kaleidoscope.
Yeah, is that your... No.
That's...
Franco Strava even thought this was too sexy and violent for his taste.
Yeah.
Given the nature of the film, Hitchcock definitely would have led the revolution of psychological films the 70s would eventually offer. I'm sure you have a lot more to say about that.
So, all right.
Get in there.
All right, yeah, Kaleidoscope is my number 1, Alfred Hitchcock's Kaleidoscope, because he was kind of... he would always look to films by Antonioli and like all these, up-and-coming directors in Europe, and he would always try to one-up them and always try and be ahead of the curve. And you're right, Francois Truffaut read the script and said it was too violent and shocking for his taste, because this film focused on a peeping Tom who would like murder and kidnap women, and then it also focused on a female detective who would kind of go undercover as a prostitute to try and use herself as bait to catch this guy finally. And the film was supposed to be all natural light, all handheld, something which wasn't really done at that time, especially for Hitchcock to do that. Again, he was always pushing the boundaries and going one step ahead of the curve. And it was supposed to be focused on 3 crescendos. One kill, I believe, like on a rooftop, one of them at a waterfall, and another one in a factory filled with colorful oil drums.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so it would have been insane. And again, this kind of would have led the movement into psychological horror. And he was supposed to, Francois Truffaut even said, he's like, the thing that really made me uncomfortable reading the script was the fact that you're supposed to sympathize with the guy, the killer. You're supposed to root for him.
Oh shit.
He was supposed to be
like an M situation.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like the freaking hero of the story. And you're just like, what? Like, this is just crazy. And Hitchcock would have definitely pushed the boundaries. He was always pushing the boundaries with violence and sex. And he was going to be the first one to really do that. Unfortunately, now... Oh, and by the way, this was kind of pitched as like supposed to be like Frenzy is also a working title of the film. And it was supposed to be pitched as a... Yeah, which he did. He eventually took some of the elements from Kaleidoscope and put it into Frenzy. But then this... Kaleidoscope was actually supposed to be pitched as a prequel to Shadow of a Doubt as well. So it would have been pretty interesting. Also, what was I going to say? It would have been really cool to see it, because now I remember what I was going to say. Okay, now a lot of that stuff is not boundary pushing anymore. We've seen everything now. We've seen sex, violence, like
to a degree. Like you can't show us anything.
You can't show us anything that would shock us anymore. So I really wonder. Like how Kaleidoscope... I really want to get my hands on that script, man. That would be one of the best things to do. I want to read Kaleidoscope, and I just want to see what it would...
You can find it.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I might have a website.
You know what was funny? I was looking up the Academy Museum, and I swear I might be Mandela affected right now, but I did see that they had a Hitchcock exhibit, right? And in the concept art for the Hitchcock exhibit, they had a little section for Kaleidoscope. So I really wonder...
That just sounds like wishful thinking.
Yeah, it could be, but there were production stills and test footage released for the film, and you can actually find that online. So, yep.
Sick.
Yep.
I'm going to have to watch that. Oh, I love him.
It's all, like, soundless. But it's really cool just to see.
Yeah. So that's your number 1.
That's my number 1.
As you guessed, Sergio Leone's Leningrad.
Yep.
It would be weird living in a world where Once Upon a Time in America wasn't Leone's last film, as it is one of the best send-offs to a director. Still, a World War II film, seen from the eyes of an outsider, could have been the war film we needed to keep it from dwelling on the same overplayed themes. It was set to star Robert De Niro, and Leone had described what the opening shot was going to look like. Even if someone did pick it up, no scene will ever topple that intro. He didn't even have a script for this movie. He just laid out basically like what he was gonna show the first shot. Of course, the first shot, or the first scene, I guess, would have been like 15 minutes long if it was anything like Once Upon a Time in the West or something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
So that would have been real cool, because I'm tired of war films.
For sure.
And that's the list, and you're texting. So,
yeah, sorry.
I know you gotta get going.
I got a lot of stuff happening. Yeah. You like that sound?
You give me 2 seconds, even though we won't be doing it next week.
Yes.
Still gonna give you my thing that we're gonna be working on, our list.
All right.
So let's do top 5. Let's do something that doesn't require too much work, I guess.
Okay.
Require a little bit more work because you got 2 weeks instead.
Yeah.
So how about we do best writers?
Oh damn. Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'm down. I am down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Down a clown.
Down a clown. Going down on a clown. What? I wrote a script once where that was like a thing where...
No, you've said it to me so many times.
Have I?
You haven't said it. I don't think you've said it on here.
Well, I'm not going to say it now, little bitch.
You already said it.
But you know what I will say?
What will you say?
Life is like a box of...